Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Tshego. Guys, I hope today you're going to enjoy the video, and before we even begin, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when we upload a new video. Okay, today we are cooking kale. Yes, that's right, you heard me. We are cooking kale. So kale has earned a good reputation all over the world in the health and fitness community for its health benefits. People use it for juicing and they put it in their salad. But in Africa, we cook kale. We've been cooking kale for so long. So today I'm going to teach you how we do it. Let's get into this video. For starters, I have gone ahead and prepped my kale, and as you can see in Zim, we cut it really small. Let me also just clarify that when I say Africa, I'm specifically referring to Southern Africa. I know that in Southern Africa we eat what we call Choumollier, which is a kale. We eat it in Bots, we eat it in Zim, we eat it in South Africa. I don't know about the other Southern African countries, but especially in Zimbabwe, it's a staple vegetable. Most families will eat kale with maize meal, and that will be their food. So the kale is prepped. I'm gonna finish cutting and then it will start the cooking process. So I've got my tomatoes and I've got my onions. These are just onions that I got from the garden and they're very small. So normally I'll probably use 2 small onions. These are medium-sized tomatoes. So the redder your tomato, the better. Okay, so I've already lit the stove. Next, you want to put your cooking oil, and you can be as light-handed or heavy-handed as you want to be. When I cook for myself alone, I try to be lighter, but Amon always prefers a little bit more oil, which is a bit of a challenge for me with my weight. But other than the fact that he believes food is tastier when it has a little bit extra oil, it's just a childhood trauma, which I'll probably get into trouble. He said at some stage in his life they used to eat boiled vegetables and he can't do that again. So okay, so you've got your onions inside, and so you cook them until they kind of get brownish. Depending on your health goals as well, you don't have to use your vegetable oil. You can use like sunflower oil and all that. You can use coconut oil. Sometimes I cook with coconut oil if I'm only cooking for myself. There's a coconut oil that they made for cooking where it doesn't have the smell of coconut oil. Unfortunately, olive oil apparently when heated is the same as your normal vegetable oils, or you could use your avocado oil. But having said that, every time I've tasted kale cooked this way, it does taste better with your regular cooking oil, which is not the healthiest. I also like to add the salt at this stage. I feel like the green vegetables, they absorb the salt better if it was first mixed with onion and tomato. So I'm gonna go ahead and put salt. This is a tablespoon that I've used. I didn't fill it up. I'm factoring in the fact that the onion is going to soak up the salt. The tomatoes are going to soak up the salt as well as the kale. I'll put that for starters, and then if I can't taste the salt, I'll add as needed. I believe I'm happy to add my tomatoes at this stage. Please make sure that your tomatoes are minced. I used to just add tomatoes, and one day Amon was like, no wonder I struggle with your vegetables. You cut your tomatoes too big. So what you are saying is, I cut them so big that they don't easily cook and melt into the green vegetables. So you want to cook your tomatoes until they are completely done, because once you add your kale, it will struggle to, the tomatoes will struggle to cook if they were not cooked beforehand. I feel like I'm now happy with how much my onion and tomato mix has cooked. I'm going to add this add the choms, the kale, and the kale cooks pretty fast. That's why you want to make sure that your tomatoes are as cooked as possible, because otherwise, if you're gonna try to cook your tomatoes while the kale is in, you might end up killing the kale. Okay, I've just thrown in my kale in, and because it's a lot, what I like to do is just to cover it with the lid, and then the steam that's inside is going to make the kale kind of get softened up, and that way it will reduce in size and mix nicely with the onion and tomato mix. I'm going to let it go like this for about a minute. I've reduced the heat as well, and then I'm gonna come and start mixing my kale with the onion and tomato mix. Okay, so my kale is kind of where I want it to be. Excuse me guys, we have actually just started losing daylight. It's been a cloudy day again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start stirring it with the onion and tomato mix, and I'll probably let it go for another 5 minutes, and it should be okay after that. So it was a little bit low on salt. I added a little bit of salt. I put a little tot of water, and I let it go for 5 minutes like I said. It looks ready. I'm just going to step out where it's a bit lighter so that you can see it. And normally I would have started with maize meal and then cooked my kale. But because we had a water situation, we had blocked pipes somewhere, I just had Amon solve that for me, and I'm going to do the maize meal. And so then we're gonna plate, and that's how we basically eat it. So yeah, this is more or less how you want it to kind of look like. You just want it to be in just a tiny bit of gravy. You don't want it to be like lots of water. You don't want it to look like it's crying. You don't want it to be dry, but you don't want it to be wet either. Just, yeah. Guys, I hope you're able to see the meal. I've tried to look for where there's light. I even have the help of a torch. Yeah, this is what it looks like. If you cook cornbread and you know what your polenta looks like, or your semolina, basically maize meal is the same texture. It's made out of maize. You guys may call it corn. So it's basically like similar. And if you want a healthier option, you can eat small grains like sorghum or millet. Basically, the darker the small grain it is, the healthier it is. And if you also want your vegetables to be a lot healthier, like I said, you can reduce the oil, or you can substitute for a healthier oil, or you can remove the oil altogether. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. So guys, that was it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget again to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.